Hi friends, MD Vegan. I'm making carrot soup today, and I have 3 carrots. And you see I peeled them a little bit, and they are older. They get a little bit bitter, just a slight peeling. That's perfect. And then they're still sweet. Carrots are sweet. They have a lot of sugar. Yeah. And they also have a little bit of earth flavor, a little bit of bitter flavor. But the sweetness is strong, they're high in sugar. And if I put them into a soup, I have to make them very thin because they are at the same time very crunchy. Yeah, they're crunchy, and if you julienne them, yeah, if you really make them very fine, then all of a sudden they can be very fragile. And you put them together in a salad with a thick dressing, then you have lumps and it doesn't taste any good anymore. So that's why I make a soup with this very fine and thin juliennes. I show you in a moment. And to make a soup, I begin with a liquid part of the soup, yeah, and that is a cashew cream. I have half a cup cashews here, and I have a half lemon here. That's a super base for any kind of cream. Yeah. And I'll balance the lemons with some dates. These are 4 dates. I tried the same recipe with 2 dates. That was too little. It was too sour. It has to be sweeter. Yeah. I think that has to do something with the carrots. They need the sweetness here. That's my idea. So 4 dates, small dates, but 4. And a teaspoon of Himalayan salt here, and a small amount of chili powder. It depends on what kind of chili powder you have. If you have a very hot chili, you take less. If you take a very mellow chili, you take more. I have a medium one. The hotter the chili flavor, the acidic kind you have, the hotter it is, the more fruity it is, the more tasty it is. But the more hot it is, the worse it is, the more difficult it is to measure it. How much will you take? And so for one person only, a tiny little amount of that very hot chili, that is a tastier, I assume. So that will be too difficult. You can't even measure it. It's too hot. You have a little bit too much, 1 grain too much, and the mouth's on fire, so to say. Yeah, very careful. So with the medium chili, I can still measure and still already have this more fruity part. But the chili in general is a dry hot flavor. Different kinds of hot depends on where it is in the mouth, how you feel it. Yeah, when you feel it in the first moment or later. It's aftermath or so, the different kinds of hot you feel. Is it on a point or is it everywhere? This is what's called a dry hotness. And that will come later when I talk about the soup and how the carrots are in the soup. I will do that later. So first now I put a cup of water in there. Just a cup. It's not like you have a similar dressing, a similar recipe would be for a cashew cream dressing I made in the other days here. And that has a black pepper instead of the chili powder. But the chili powder here, I want to have them a little bit more for the carrots. I think they may be nicer with the carrots than pepper, but it's up to you. You can also take black pepper. And I have more water in here. That's the only difference basically to the dressing, because it is a soup and not a dressing. And this soup needs to be runny because of the carrots. That comes later. Blender dance. I'll check it shortly. Texture is okay. I'll check that after the second blending. flavor. That's now the first thing. Yeah, that's better. I tried before, as I said, with only 2 dates. Everything else was the same. But I have 4 dates now. Dates of my size here. And that's perfect. You know, when you have too much sour in here, all of a sudden, the balance is away. And you do not taste the hot flavor from the chili so nice anymore. Yeah. Now the hot chili flavor, the dry hot flavor, is really nicely unfolding because of the balance of sweet and sour. If you have too much sour, you lose also the nice part of the hot flavor. So, very happy with this combination. I didn't know what I should do. I had another recipe, the same recipe with less days. Maybe the recipe is not that good at all. I don't know. Then I thought, you know what? I try with more dates. Let's see. And it's such a difference. Just 2 dates more is all the difference because of the chili flavor. Now the chili flavor is really round and warm and dry. That's nice. So that will soak for a while now while I do my julienne carrots. Carrot juliennes, that's the name. Carrot julienne. So I have my food processor here, and this kind of julienne, the very thin julienne with the food processor here with the blade. This is the julienne blade. It's called julienne blade. The small ones here. Other side is the thick one. This is not julienne. This is just grating a carrot with this side, and this is for juliennes. And usually when you do this very fine, I'll show you in a moment with the carrots, then you have really thin, water thin, very fine carrots, and they're fragile. You cannot just do the same, you cannot just put them in a salad. That's not good. Yeah? But I'll show you that later. So now I put it in here, on the machine, and I put the carrots right in there. These are 3 carrots. This is for 1 person. It's a carrot. It's a very carrot salad, if you want to say, or a carrot soup, where the carrots, the raw carrots, are the main ingredient. And instead of a dressing, I make it a soup because of the special texture of the carrots. You know, when you put the carrots into slices, or you grate them just coarsely, or when you cut them into julienne with a cutting knife on a cutting board, knife on a cutting board, then you have still this crunchy effect like noodles more. And that's for a salad. Yeah. But it's so different, yeah, when you have this flavor, the cream, with this runnier form of carrots, so they're very fine, and it's a difference from a salad. It's something very different, but it's similar. It's all about texture. So I do it now. I put now all the carrots in the same at the same time. I'll show you the juliennes in a moment. That's how fast it is to make these juliennes with the help of a food processor and julienne blade. If you get a food processor, I would generally recommend get one where the julienne blade comes with the equipment. Otherwise, that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to have this processor, because of the julienne blade. I wanted to make julienne so badly because I love this kind of carrot texture. You see, it's very thin, very watery, very light. So soft. There's almost no more crunch. It's a very tender crunch. It's worth trying it. This is for the soup, the inlay, and I go back to the soup now. Again, I have to blend it one more time, because when you blend it a second time after the soaking, just a couple of minutes, it gets really nice and creamy, and the flavors, the original flavors that I want, yeah, they get even better. One more dance, second blending. Let's see if it works. It's warm now, that's nice. You could even make it hot. Blend it just a little bit longer, it gets hot, and you have a hot soup. Ah, it's sweet now. It's sweet, a little bit of sour, and it's not predominantly sour, and that's important. Too much lemon is bad here, and the sweetness makes it, I would say, I expect it makes a big difference with the carrots if it is a little bit more sweeter. So I show you now my soup, the liquid part of the soup here, the base. See, it's creamy. You blend it a little bit longer, it also gets a little bit foamy. It's very nice. A foamy soup can be wonderful. There's a lot of experiment still to be done how these textures can be created. You know, have a little, you see a little bit foamy here. That's a wonderful effect for a soup. It's like this kind of foam you have. It's so light now. More oxygen, more air in this soup makes it lighter. Very nice. So now I have a runny soup, and I have to be careful now with the julienne carrots because I want to put them into the soup without mashing them. That's why I cannot make a salad with them. Yeah, because when I put now a fat creamy dressing on top of this, you have the lumps of mashed together carrots, and that's not nice. So I have to be careful when I put them into the soup. I just let them fall into the soup without mashing them, like this. You see, I let them fall into that. Careful, of course, not to throw it away. Leave some for decoration. And once you put it all together in the soup, I can serve it to myself in maybe a small container and decorate with some carrots. So I'll leave some carrots, and I have plenty of carrots here. 3 carrots is a nice amount. Now I have to stir it in, very careful, not to mash it always, because these juliennes, they are so frail, and they are sticky because they are so wet. Yeah. Carrots have a lot of water actually, but they have a very strong fiber, and that fiber makes it crunchy. The fiber is for the texture. Yeah. All plants make fiber, and that's really what's so important for us. The fiber is the healthiest food for our gut bacteria, for our flora. If you feed them fiber, you grow the healthy gut bacteria. Yeah. It helps us to survive. If you feed them products without fiber, so animal products, if you do that, you feed the opposite kind of bacteria, and they are giving us cancer, diabetes, obesity, inflammation. So there are many things that are not good. So fiber is a really key ingredient in plants. It's only in plants. Yeah, we learn more and more every time about plants. So this is my soup here. What it looks like. See? I put some decoration on top, just to show you what I do here for a decoration. Here, like a little bed of juliennes on top, just to show, and carrot. You see, I can put some more walnuts. You can put some more walnuts in there if you want on top. But because the walnut is a very healthy fat, it has the omega-3 fatty acids that are very rare in plants, and we need it every day. We need a handful of walnuts every day. You can have also flax seeds or hemp seeds or certain algae or chia seeds. You know, these kind of things, they have omega-3 fatty acids. You need it every day. Yeah, 1 or 2 tablespoons of chia seed or something like that. But that's what we need for the nerves, for the muscles, for the brain. Very important. And they are in walnuts, and the walnuts, also this fat, helps also the carrots, the vitamin A in the carrots, to be absorbed. So it's easier to absorb more vitamin A from the carrot when you have a little bit of fat, and that's perfect in the walnut. Of course, you have the cashew cream here, but the walnut is a very healthy fat, and that's why I think also the walnut tastes so nicely together with the carrot, because they need each other. So they fit so nicely. Yeah. So this is my meal for today. Yeah, I share with you so you can be inspired. You can feel inspired if you like to make your own, to try these ones and to tell me, let me know how you feel about it. I'm very happy if you join here. Maybe you want to subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube, have another recipe every single day. Like my video, of course, if you like it. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, wherever you want. I hope to be there for you.